What's up? My name is Denver and I'm a sports nutritionist, strength coach, former athlete, used to be binge eater, wannabe anorexic, and now I'm here to tell you how to eat without guilt. In order to eat without guilt, you first have to look at the big picture. Life is supposed to be enjoyable and food is a huge component to that. The reason you feel guilt is because you feel like you shouldn't be eating these specific foods based off of diet culture telling you that they're bad and you should feel guilty about yourself, that you're going to gain a ton of weight, and this is why you feel so bad. Another thing you need to know about that is that one particular food does not cause weight gain. So it's irrational to think that if you eat a donut, all of a sudden you're going to gain 10 pounds overnight, because that's just not possible. Even if weight loss is your goal, you should still be including your favorite foods, or else that plan is not going to be sustainable, because you're going to feel very deprived and you're going to end up wanting to binge, and then you're going to give up on your diet because it's too hard. You're going to gain back all the weight until the next time you decide to start another strict diet and you start the process all over again. And this is called weight cycling. Part of feeling guilty is this resistance that you feel. The more you feel resisted, the more you will want to rebel. And that's when the Last Supper effect comes in. Let's say you're out to go get ice cream with your friends. You're feeling very anxious about the event because you feel like you can't have ice cream. You're not going to be able to enjoy it because you know that the guilt is going to come afterwards. But you feel rebellious and you think, this is the last time I'm going to allow myself to have ice cream. So you order the biggest thing possible, the extra waffle cone, the extra toppings, the 5 scoops of ice cream. You eat all of it, feeling guilty in the moment, feeling even guiltier afterwards because you feel like this is the last time you're going to be able to have it. And that's why you go all in. Yet you feel overly stuffed afterwards. You feel completely sick and extremely guilty. The idea of releasing this food guilt is feeling normal around food, feeling in control around food, feeling like you can feel satisfied by these things and that you're allowed to have them. And this comes from giving yourself full permission. Just by giving yourself this mental permission of, yes, I'm allowed to have this food. Yes, I can enjoy this food. It removes that pressure to eat everything in sight so that you can actually be in tune to, how do I feel right now? Do I feel overly full? Am I going to feel sick afterwards? And that allows you to eat the amount that you actually want without eating everything in sight. So that way you can finally treat these foods as normal. You can happily eat them, you can eat them without guilt, and you can just move on with your life. As soon as you realize that one particular food is not going to change the trajectory of your diet, of your life, of your health, that's when you can finally, release that guilt and just be in the moment, be present with your food, be present with your family, and move on from the event without guilt. People then say, well, if I give myself permission, I'm going to eat everything inside. I'm going to constantly be eating donuts and pizza and ice cream and all of these super palatable foods, all of my favorite food. And the reason why that's not the case is if you truly eat pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day for a week, you are going to feel so sick and disgusted with yourself. You're going to be sluggish. You're going to be overly full. Your digestion is probably going to be shit. And you are going to be craving some vegetables, some fruit, some hydrating foods, some of these more nutritious foods that we try to get people to eat. But you're going to finally realize for yourself, wow, I feel like shit. I want to eat better to support my body so that I can feel good. So eating without guilt is not going to occur overnight. Some of the stuff takes practice. It does take a little bit of reflection, understanding why you do experience guilt. It does typically come from this fear of weight gain. It comes from these irrational thoughts that these favorite foods of yours, the pizza, the ice cream, the donuts, all the foods that we consider bad, you think that it's going to cause weight gain overnight. And that's not how energy balance works. And so once you can understand the science of these things, you can think more rationally about them, more logically, and you can pull yourself out of these thoughts. So that's my 3 cents on how to eat without guilt. These are tips that I have used myself. This is the thought reframing that I have used to now have a very healthy relationship with food and be able to eat all of my favorite things without guilt. Of course, I'm not perfect and I still have to use some of these techniques. But if you enjoyed this video, if you found some value out of it, please like and consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one.